Welcome to the iCheckGateway.com QuickBooks plugin video series. This video will explain how to process recurring payments using the iCheck Gateway plugin for the desktop version of QuickBooks. The first step in processing a recurring payment is to select a customer within QuickBooks and create an invoice. The next step is to process the payment. In the Company menu, select iCheckGateway.com. Then select Process Payments. Begin typing the customer's name. The customer information should then autofill. If the customer information does not autofill, press the Refresh button on the right. Press Next. In the next box, select the invoice which you would like to set up as a recurring transaction. After you press Select, you can manually change the amount in the payment box to whatever amount the recurring payment will be. Press Next. On the next page, simply choose the box that says Make Recurring. You will then choose the frequency of the payments. You have a number of options. The options are weekly, every other week, monthly, every other month, quarterly, every 6 months, and annually. You will also need to choose whether the payments will be continuous or whether there will be a limited number of payments. If you do not want the payments to be continuous, then you will need to uncheck the Continuous box and enter the number of recurring payments that the customer has chosen in the Quantity box. You will then need to enter the customer's payment information. Note that for recurring payments, you will be required to enter a new payment method rather than using a stored payment method. The customer's payment information is not stored in QuickBooks, but it is stored with tokenization on the gateway so that you are PCI compliant and your security risk is reduced. For an electronic check entry, you will have to enter the routing number and account number. You will then choose account type, personal checking, personal savings, business checking, or business savings. You will also need to choose the authorization type. The 4 types of authorization are personal contract, which is a signed authorization between an individual and your business. Commercial contract, which is a signed business-to-business authorization. Telephone authorization, in which the customer is given a verbal authorization over the telephone for you to process a payment on their behalf. For this authorization type, be sure to include the customer's email address so that they can receive an email receipt. Please note, for ACH authorization types, if you select telephone for a recurring payment, NACHA regulations require that you retain an audio recording of the customer's verbal authorization, as well as sending the customer a receipt. Please contact iCheckGateway.com for more information about authorization types. Or Internet/Web authorization. This authorization type indicates that you have received authorization from your customer through the Internet. For a credit card payment, enter the indicated fields. Once you have entered in the new payment information, click Next. You should then receive a Transaction Approved message. This recurring payment will be set up in the online terminal. It will process the next time the system checks for new auto payments. The system checks for new auto payments at 4 a.m., 10 a.m., 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. You can view the recurring payment you just set up in the online terminal. The recurring payment will be recorded in either auto checks or auto credit cards under the Recurring tab in the online terminal. If you would like to change a recurring payment within the online terminal, simply click Edit. You will then be able to edit the customer's recurring payment information. When you are done, click Save Changes and Finish to save the changes. As your recurring payments process in the online terminal, according to the schedule that has been set up for each one, you will need to import the payments into QuickBooks so that the payments can be applied to the customer's open invoices. Thank you for watching this video in the iCheckGateway.com QuickBooks plugin video series. Please visit our website at iCheckGateway.com and create a support ticket if you have any questions.